Thank
No,
you.
ma'am.
I just did. Good catch. Thank you for letting me know. All right. Acha ji. Now, before we begin, I read in syllabus, if you look at this is syllabus. You see, for this, I have this chap. This is an edited book. And in this edited book, Graham Murdoch's chapter from page 114 to 147. This is mentioned in, I'm sorry, wait a minute. I accidentally stopped the sharing of my screen. My bad. All right. Can you see my screen again?
Yes, ma'am.
Acha, ye dekhe. So this is the book chapter that I included in the syllabus. All right. And this is the book chapter by Graham Murdoch. Okay? Large corporations and the control of communication industries. This chapter is very interesting and boring. Let me tell you why I find it to be interesting. I find it interesting because it talks about conglomeration and control. ठीक है, how I'll talk about it briefly. I'll tell you what conglomerations are and what are conglomerates. Acha. But with that, it is boring because do you see this sentence? Although most of my examples and illustrations will be drawn from contemporary work on Britain, the journal arguments are applicable to all advanced capitalist economies. Okay? The idea is that Graham Murdoch, this is the name of the scholar, Graham Murdoch. He is a very well-known scholar, and I had the opportunity of attending his lecture so far 2 times in my life, and the way he speaks, the way he shares and disseminates information is amazing. And his work is mostly on imperialism, hegemony, imperialism, especially media hegemony, Graham Murdoch. So I read this and I was saying that I found it to be interesting. It is interesting that how big media corporations are turning into conglomerates. They are becoming media giants. This is very interesting to learn. However, it is very boring because as you see these highlighted sentences, that the examples that this person has quoted in his essay, all of them come from British media. And many of us are not familiar with the content or that media. Not only that, he also says that they are applicable to all advanced capitalist economies. Pakistan, unfortunately, is not an advanced capitalist economy. However, with that being said, I'm stopping the sharing of my screen here. With that being said, I also want to tell you, although Pakistan is not an advanced capitalist economy, it is still, it appears and it seems to follow the same structure in terms of media conglomeration that these advanced countries are following. Okay? Now, I mean, I will share these notes with you, the notes that I just showed you, I will share them with you. You can just give them a quick look. And today I will also point out the pages where you should pay special attention. So, but what I want you to do is, from the learning of this lecture, what I want you to do is to translate your learning into Pakistani context. Now, does this all make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक. Acha. Now let's talk about the idea of conglomeration. All right. Who can explain what is conglomeration? And then we will talk about media conglomeration. Ji, what is conglomeration? Fatima, go ahead.
Conglomeration is when one large company has many other companies under it. And for example, in media, there is one company, News Corp, that is owned by Rupert Murdoch, and that is an example of media conglomerate.
Very good. Fatma gave the example of this person. I am writing his name in the chat box, Rupert Murdoch. Okay, media conglomeration. The meaning of conglomeration is, let me tell you what it is. Conglomeration is, the meaning is like a corporation that has many chains or that has its many sub chains. Okay? like a large, like it has many components. That is conglomeration. So Fatima gave the example of Rupert Murdoch. He is a media giant, a media conglomerate. He owns almost all channels of Fox TV. Okay? He has biggest shares, although some are, of course, are also shared by Indian companies or some companies in Southeast Asia. However, in Fox company, Rupert Murdoch has biggest shares. With that, Ted Turner. Has anyone ever heard about Ted Turner? The owner of CNN, cable news network. ठीक है? He is also another media conglomerate. Similarly, another example of media conglomeration is Walt Disney Company. We know that Disney is famous for making animated movies. They have world's known animated movie studios. They are also known for making motion pictures. Any example of a motion picture by Disney? I think there is a famous movie, Ella Enchanted, that was made by Disney, if I'm not mistaken. But recently they made Aladdin. Like Aladdin earlier was released in 1992, but in 2019 they made it. The one that was released earlier was animated, and the one that was released recently was a motion picture. They also own newspaper organizations in the US. They also own radio channels. Not only that, they own theme parks. What are theme parks? You may have heard Disney theme park. They are amusement parks. There they have rides, really fancy rides, not only for children but also for adults. So they have theme parks in major cities of the US, like in Los Angeles, in Orlando, Florida, and they also have one in Paris. So they own theme parks. So you see, what strand of communication is there where they do not have their presence? They have their presence in print media, they have their presence in electronic media, they have their presence in radio content, they have their presence in TV, in news, in movie, in entertainment, in animated movie, in content for children, in theme parks, and where else not? And okay, this is called media conglomeration. Okay? This is what we mean by media conglomeration. And not only that, let me tell you an interesting fact, a very interesting fact. Let me tell you the title of my dissertation that I wrote for my MPhil. I did my MPhil from University of the Punjab, and my MPhil's dissertation title was Role of Disney Animated Movies uh, for Increased Shopping Behavior of Children. So that was my MPhil dissertation title. What I was studying, that do these animated movies, do they affect children for buying products related to Disney movies? And I got interested in this topic. When I did my MPhil, my daughter, my son was, by the time I graduated, my son was already 2 years old, and my daughter was born soon when I was finishing my MPhil studies. And I know from my experience that whenever there is a Disney movie, their children would always ask for toys related to Disney characters. You may have seen dolls of Cinderella, dolls of Princess Mermaid. Similarly, what's the name of that princess who is in that movie, Beauty and the Beast? What's the name of the Belle? I think her name is Belle. They have toys related to that as well. So whenever children watch a movie, they insist their parents to get them a toy related to that movie. That is how these movies affect children's shopping behaviors. And in my MPhil dissertation, I was shocked to learn that there is this famous toy company. I think this is how you spell it. I'm not sure. Mattel, Mattel, or Mattle, Mattel. This is a famous toy company that makes children's toys. So in my research, I was shocked to learn that this company had contract with Disney. So whenever Disney releases a new movie, Mattel makes toys related to the characters in that movie. Okay? And this is how you see how these companies, how these conglomerates, they are expanding their profits, their businesses, and consequently their control. So this is our topic today: conglomeration and control. Okay? A few years ago, there was this movie, Moana. Did you see? Did anyone see that movie, Moana? I'll write the name. Moana. Disney released this
Ma'am,
movie.
I sort of know the story about it, लेकिन मैंने देखी नहीं हुई है.
Moana is a very famous Disney animated movie, and soon after Disney released that movie, I saw toys, many toys. I mean, toys related to the characters that were in that movie. If you haven't seen Moana, this is a really good movie. I highly recommend. So what I'm saying is that Mattel, which is a toy manufacturing company for children, they had their contract with Disney. Whenever Disney would release a new movie, Mattel would produce toys related to that movie, and this is how they kind of tend to control the economy. And then the idea kept being translating into social media. Okay, Instagram. Soon after Instagram was introduced and people started taking interest into it, do you know that Instagram was bought by Facebook? And similarly, that the same thing happened to WhatsApp. When you go to your WhatsApp page, when it's opening up, downloading the page for you, the chats page for you, you may have noticed they write WhatsApp from Facebook. So Facebook bought WhatsApp. Earlier, first they bought Instagram and then they bought WhatsApp. So this is like a parent. There is one parent company, single parent company that owns all the components of related to communication. Okay? So this is what we mean by media conglomeration. Now let me go back to my screen sharing option. Acha. So here Graham Murdoch is saying that examples that he's giving are related to his work on Britain. However, they are also applicable to advanced capitalist economies. With that, when I upload these notes on Moodle, I highly recommend that you pay attention to content on page 118. Okay? You can read the whole notes if you want to, but you may find them a bit boring because the examples given in these notes are related to British media. However, please pay attention to the content on page 118. Okay? Here it talks about the kinds of control, allocative control and operational control. I am leaving this to you. You should read it and understand it because this is all very self-explanatory. There is nothing complicated in the reading of this. But what I want you to focus is that, okay, are you all clear about the concept media conglomeration? Are you all clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Acha.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
I'm going to write a question in the chat box, and I would like you to prepare a presentation related to this question for our class on Monday. Okay? Okay, ji. I just wrote the question in the chat box. I would like you to prepare a presentation, a very brief presentation. You do not have to prepare a PowerPoint presentation. because in that case we will have the issue of the screen sharing. However, you can, you should come very well prepared. I suggest that you write it in the form of a paragraph or whatever works for you. And if you want to share any uh, uh, let's say a magazine, a piece of magazine, or bring artifacts. I'll write it in the chat box. Bring artifacts to you can bring artifacts to endorse your answer. Okay, read the question. Alize, it is graded in the sense that it's related to your midterm presentation. If you do not, of course, if your midterm presentation is of 35 marks, okay? Its weightage is also 35%. And in that presentation, there is a section for you where I will assess you for your seriousness towards learning. And if you do not take part in this activity, eventually it is going to reflect in your midterm assessment. Okay? Those of you who will take part and who will come up with, who will be prepared, of course, I will get to know about them. So your midterm is of 35 marks, and there is a percentage. I will tell you when share the rubric with you. So there is a percentage for you where where I will assess you for your preparation for the midterm presentation. So in a way, yes, it is graded. Does this answer your question, Elisa?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
अच्छा, चलें. अच्छा जी, क्वेश्चन को आप देख लें. And if you have any question related to this, ask me. जी फातिमा, जी.
Ma'am, I had a question regarding the question you just sent. It was that, like, when you're saying that how do you translate the concept of media conglomeration in the context of Pakistani media? Do we have to share the examples from Pakistani media that are media conglomerates like Dunya News or?
Yes, okay. Exactly. So the notes, I am not giving you any lecture from them. I thought I think it would be more suitable and more helpful if I only explain you the concept. Once you grasp the concept, then I will ask you to translate it into Pakistani context. I can give you an example. अच्छा, दोनों parts पढ़ लें. Please read both parts of question. Or if any confusion comes in your mind related to the question, share it with me, please. I'll give you 1 minute. Achha, now pay attention to the question, please. First part of question is related to media conglomeration, the concept that we discussed in class today. Okay? Second part of question is related to ideologies that we discussed when we were learning Althusser. Okay? In a way, I am asking you to combine your knowledge related to conglomeration and related to ideological practices. समझ में आ गई है बात?
Yes, ma'am.
अच्छा.
Ma'am, this presentation is on Monday, right? So we have time till Monday to prepare.
जी बेटे, आपको मैं time दे रही हूँ. I'll not do any class on Friday. Please, it is very important for you all to know. I'm repeating this. There will be no class on Friday. However, I will be alert on emails. You can send me emails. Okay? If you come across any question, I'm giving you time to work on this. And again, this has percentage for your final, for your midterm assessment.
Yes, ma'am.
If I were you, I'm giving you an example. How would I prepare an answer for this question? So the question is, how do you translate the concept of media conglomeration in the context of Pakistani media? I think for selecting Pakistani media, to answer this question, I will select Dawn Media Group. Okay? Now, Dawn Media Group, I think the concept of conglomeration is developing in Pakistan as well, and Dawn Media Group presents its example. So they have an English newspaper, which is country's leading most circulated newspaper. They have, although they do not have any Urdu publication, however, they have a TV channel, Dawn News, that transmits information in Urdu. They have a radio channel. Its name is FM 89. ठीक है? They have they publish internet magazine. Its name is like magazine specifically for internet audience. Its name is Spider. They publish an advertising magazine specifically for audience related to advertising. Its name is Aurora. So you see a media organization that is printing content, that has presence in print media, that has presence in electronic media, both in TV and in radio, that also has presence in magazine, in the world of magazines. They publish specialized magazines for children, for internet users, for advertisers and all that. So I think the concept of conglomeration is also developing in Pakistani media landscape, although it is not as developed as it is in advanced capitalist societies like Britain and USA. However, the concept does exist in Pakistani society as well. Acha ji. And if I say how does that affect Pakistani society? Let me tell you, the concept of media conglomeration affects the idea of diversity, and it also affects the idea of pluralism. Diversity क्या होती है? Pluralism is also diversity. So you see, there is this single parent organization that is generating the content. So there is no way that there is going to be a diversity of arguments or difference of arguments. So through all their channels, they will be presenting the same argument, the same information, the same argument. So the idea of media conglomeration in this case in Pakistan affects the idea of diversity, the idea of inclusion, and the idea of pluralism. Now, can you find any ideological entanglement in the messages by your selected conglomerate company? But in order to find the answer of this question, like, you need to think really, really hard, and you may need to do a little bit research. You cannot answer this question off the top of your head. I mean, even I am having trouble finding an example related to ideological entanglement. I think Dawn does promote certain ideologies. However, they always proclaim that they are liberal and they practice standardized journalism, and they value diversity. A few years ago, there was this British journalist who interviewed Harun Hamid, if you remember. Okay? And in that interview, he clearly accused Harun Hamid of this idea that his newspaper was implicit. Usama, just 1 minute, I'll take your question. Implicit means like not clearly, but I mean, in a way that is not very obvious. So implicitly, his newspaper was supporting Nawaz Sharif. Yes, they were very critical of establishment. We know what happened with Cyril Al-Maida and all that, but implicitly his newspapers appeared to support Nawaz Sharif. And Harun Hamid could not justify his position in that interview. So we see a sort of ideological entanglement here in case of Pakistan's leading newspaper happening. So for that, again, I mean, to answer second part of the question, you need thinking and preparation. Yes, Usama? Go ahead.
Ma'am, the same goes for the Jung group. Their
Bilkul.
ideological stance is also like anti-establishment and pro-democratic.
Yes. And sometimes if you see any media channel or any media organization inclined toward a political party or anything like that, you can talk about that too. ठीक है? ठीक है बेटे, Usama?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Any other question? I have 5 minutes left for this meeting. अच्छा, आज there were two important announcements. First important announcement was that minor change in syllabus and switching some contents. And the second important announcement was that related to this presentation. And this presentation has a small percentage for your midterm assessment. Okay? So please take it serious. Please come prepared. You may read the notes because the reading of notes will help you. I have told you that especially read page 118. But again, I mean, you can read as much as you like, whatever portions of the reading you find interesting. I'll not ask you to read the whole reading because it may be a little bit boring for you. However, what I'm asking you to do is to translate the concept in Pakistani society, in Pakistani context. ठीक है जी? Any other question? And to make your presentation effective and to score better, I highly encourage you that you bring artifacts in class. Artifacts होते हैं, like if you bring a piece of newspaper. Okay, this is the story that I read in the newspaper. I have highlighted the relevant parts, and this clearly tells that newspaper seems to circulate this ideology. You can even bring a front page of a magazine. You can bring an example of an example of a small chunk from radio that I heard this on radio. This is an advertisement which seems to promote this particular political party or this ideology or anything. Okay? Even bete ek baat yaad rakhein, even Nawai Waqt has conservative sort of temperament. Nawai Waqt is considered as Pakistan's conservative newspaper. And even if you want to study ideology, you can also study ideologies in the portrayal of gender issues, ठीक है, gender related issues या कुछ भी, ठीक है. Yeah, Nawai Waqt में especially you can find many examples in the portrayal of issues related to security, related to America. You can find many anti-American sort of views or in Nawai Waqt, because that is considered to be Pakistan's conservative newspaper. Jang proclaims that it holds liberal values. So many people say that Jang is the newspaper of left-handed people. Nawai Waqt is the newspaper of right-wing people, and Jang is a newspaper of left-wing people. All right, students, I have only 2 minutes left for this class. Hassan Ali wrote that what should be the duration of this presentation? But I already told minimum 2 minutes, maximum 3 minutes. If you want to go a little above 3.5 or something, yeah, you can do that. That's okay. Shouldn't be a problem. ठीक है जी. और ये सब ने करनी है. मतलब मैं randomly ही सबको कह रही हूँगी. I'll begin it from Monday. I hope to finish it in 2 classes इंशाल्लाह. 40 minutes की class होती है और मेरे पास 30 students हैं. If I give 2 to 3 minutes to everyone, तो इंशाल्लाह maximum 2 to 3 classes में हो जाएंगी. I'll begin doing this from next class. ठीक है? Any question?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll end the session now because my time is also running out. I'll see you all on Monday now. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am. Take care.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, ma'am.